Hey you, good whatever time, wherever you are. This is the Rubik's Collection Center, and we are trying to make sure that we solve. Being here, I'm very much sure you are lost or you are stuck in solving a Rubik. Maybe it was something like this, and you're having something like this currently, and or something like this currently, and you're doomed, and you're not sure like how should you go about solving this Rubik. Let's assume you want to solve this one. Maybe you're holding a blue color and you're very much following where blues are only. So when you get a blue, you shift that blue, you get another blue, but when you shift the other blue, you find that the other blues are gone, or maybe it's something like opposite. So you try your best and you bring them together, but at the end of the day, maybe you are just moving up and down and down and up and up and down. But today's your day. Don't worry, you're gonna learn the simple algorithms on how to solve the Rubik. So first things first, before you see like, is this guy gonna solve this, or he is also gonna waste my time like the rest did. Someone just tells you they're gonna solve the Rubik, but they waste your time. At the end of the day, they solve nothing. So first things first, let's try and complete the puzzle that we are having before us here. So I'm gonna start with the white color. You'll learn later why I said I'm gonna start with the white color. You can start with either, but for now, because I'm just gonna do it randomly to just make you be like, yeah, at least we have a solution for this. Let me just try as much as fast as I can to make this come to life. So I'm just trying to make something come to life. That's what I'm really doing. So I had shuffled this before. Maybe it won't bother you much. You won't be like scattered and being like, how was it done? Was it magic or was it just solving? If you can realize, my hands are not moving just randomly. My hands are in a certain position, and that's how they're moving. So like we have solved our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. We have our corners remaining. So let's just try and find out how we're going to solve our corners and make sure we have something that looks nice. So we're just trying to solve the first layer, that is the white color that we are solving, and here we have the white color, and with the white color we can say it's solved, because this layer, the Rubik is just made of 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, and it's made of 6 sides and 6 colors. So we will be learning that in the next. So let's try and see if we can solve this second layer, because that's all we need for now. For educational purposes, I'm going slow a bit, but don't worry, you'll just realize what I'm doing in the next video. I mean in the next few minutes. In the next few minutes, you'll just be like sure of what I'm trying to do. So the way I'm looking at my Rubik, I'm holding the facing. You'll just also realize later, or maybe you'll learn later, what the facing is. This is what we call the facing, the back, and the stops. So for now, I'm just holding my Rubik in a position that's gonna help me solve it without interfering with the world processes. As you can see, my colors are not being dismantled anywhere whenever I'm going. I'm just like, the first layer remained and it's just the white. Now the second layer is solved, so I'm going to solve the last layer, of which it has miraculously been solved for us. So we have only 2 pieces remaining. I'll teach you on how the magic happens. That was just a miracle that happened. But more often you'll have also to solve the last layer as it is. So let's just try and solve this. Oh, I did a mistake somewhere. Let me just go back. That was completely gonna be the craziest thing ever happening. So if you don't follow the rules, something will get messy. If you don't follow the rules in a Rubik, it's gonna get messy and you won't believe it yourself. You'll be like, how did you do the mistakes and how can you solve it? So miraculously, I've also seen that our top layer is solved, and one of the colors is complete. Let's see if the corners too are complete. Yeah, the corners look to be solved. Wow, so this cube was miraculously done, but at least we have 3 of them, so we'll be learning from each. If any misses a step, we can just be using the other. So let's make sure that we also solve these centers here, which they're called the edges. We're just gonna be learning that in the next 1 minute, I think. We'll be learning and knowing exactly how to name the Rubik, how to hold the Rubik, and how to do everything that we will be doing. So as you can see, we have solved this Rubik. If you're keen enough, I've not stopped my video, I've not done anything, I was just here with you and we did it. So I did it in less than 3 minutes, I think, or maybe just whatever, because of the lessons and stopping to tell you some 1, 2, 3 things. So let's start with this one. The Rubik has 6 faces. Let's start with our color blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, then 6. So the 6 faces are left, right, face, back, bottom, then up. Then the 6 colors, each are opposite to each other. Like whenever you're having red, you're having orange on the opposite side. Whenever you have white, you have yellow on the opposite side. Whenever you have blue, you'll be having green on the opposite side. So the Rubik is made in a way that it has a center. This is the center. Let me just use the top side. This is the center. So I'm assuming you're holding your Rubik the way I'm holding it. So once you hold it using your left hand, where your thumb is, if you don't have a thumb, I'm sorry, but yeah, but I'm pretty sure you're having one. Whatever finger you're using is a thumb. That is a thumb. Don't worry. Maybe sometimes, you know, things do happen. So this is your center, the innermost. That is from the first layer, and first layer, that is my first layer. This one, the one at the bottom, then my second layer, then my third layer. So the second layer always has the centerpiece. Then we have what we call the edges. The edges are any pieces on a Rubik that has 2 colors. Any 2 pieces on a Rubik that has 2 colors. And it's always at the center. So this is the edge. It has only 2 colors. Like for example here, I have an edge that has a yellow and orange color. Then we have the corners. Corners in a Rubik are any pieces that have 3 colors. Like this one has red, yellow, and green. Those are corners. So whenever I say a corner, I mean the one that has 3 colors. Whenever I say an edge, I mean any that has 2 colors. Whenever I say the center, is any that has no any other color but that one color at the center. Did you hear? Whenever I say center blue, then I mean this one here. So the Rubik also has a way to hold it. So there's a way you hold the Rubik to make sure that you understand the progress. So first things first, in the next 2 minutes, let me just use these 2 minutes to tell you something very important. So we are going to start our first algorithm on how to solve the Rubik. Always the Rubik starts by solving the edges. You know, the edges, anything with 2 colors. So let's say we're going to start with the first color. You have to pick a color that you have to start with, then you will finish with always the opposite side of it. So if you pick red, if you pick red, yeah, let's just say red. Where is that red that we mentioned? If you pick red, you're gonna end up on orange. It will be the last color that you'll be solving. So let's go to the basic of solving this. So we are going to solve using the first color. I love white because in many places we always love white, so I can solve it in all the colors. So first things first, we have to create the edge, and the edge is any 2 colors. And how do you create the edge? You create the edge of any colors using its center. So like it's gonna be a cross, complete cross. So we're gonna be solving this white piece. You can hold it the way you want because it's the first algorithm, so it doesn't matter the way you're holding your Rubik. It doesn't have any simple specific algorithm to follow, but there is one that I'll be teaching you on how to make sure that you follow that algorithm because it's the simplest one to solve your Rubik with. So let's first get all edges placed for white color. So hold your Rubik in a way that the yellow piece is at the bottom, yellow at the bottom, yellow at the bottom. So hold it like assuming it was on this flat place, then the yellow is at the bottom. So with your yellow at the bottom, check and see that you have your white at the center. Then make sure on your left side of the Rubik, do you have any white color? If yes, like this one, make sure this white color goes all the way to the back, goes all the way to the back. Just move your Rubik the way you can, like here. Now it's here. Now once you have your edge on the far right, that is on the right, but now at the back side, so it's like on the back side because it's on the last side. So move your Rubik, just hold the top, make sure it doesn't move, then move the wall 2 layers, that is the bottom layer and the second layer. So the bottom layer and the second layer, move it clockwise. Once you've moved it clockwise, now stop holding the top layer, then hold the first 2 layers from the left, that is 1, 2, hold them through the center, then shift your movement anti-clockwise using the right hand. Just move it anti-clockwise once. Once you move it anti-clockwise once, now go back and hold the top layer, move it anti-clockwise. Now move the 2 layers, the 2 bottom layers, anti-clockwise. Then once you've done that, if you know, you can turn your Rubik just once this way to find where the edge is. Now just directly move this edge to face you. Now that you see it, you can just do this way and you realize that your edge is green. Now with a green edge, you can either move these 2 top layers or move just the lower layer to where you have a green center. So let's try and move the bottom layer only to find our green piece. So we are moving our bottom layer to find a green piece. So as you can see, I've not moved the top layer, I've just been moving the second layer without not moving the first layer. So like they moved both of them. So once you've done that, turn your Rubik to check these colors on your right, bring them to the top. Just go a clockwise movement. I'll give you the names of these movements. Once you're done with that, now you can do the same procedure again. So like here we could be solving our orange, which is here. Just don't worry about it. Check your orange where it is. You can move with it, but you realize if you do that, you'll be mismatching this piece here. So don't go for that. Let's try and find any other color. We have the red one. Yeah, just let's move it forward. Then you say it, we go 1, 2, 3. Then let's try to find where do we have our red piece. We have it there. Then we just move to the top. Once we are done with the red piece, let's go and find any other color. Where do we have any other painting color? We have a blue color. There it is, and it's complete. Good luck for us. Then we have another here, an orange one. We can just move this way once and we have it on top. So the algorithm is you move and you move and you move. So we have a white edge with us here. We have this white edge solved. Now don't panic, just turn your Rubik because now the very best class begins. The very best class begins on the Rubik's movement. On this first layer, you can solve it with any algorithm as long as you have the center matching the edge, the center matching the edge piece. Center white, center blue, edge blue. As long as you have them matched, it doesn't matter if you can follow my algorithm or any other algorithm out there that you know, whatever you can do, as long as you have this cross created. And the cross must be created when the centers and the edges are alike. Now let's see of the best movement. That is, the Rubik moves only in 4 steps. More often you can number it the way you want to number it, but it's always going to be 4 faces. So there is a right movement. That is, right movement goes clockwise. Right movement goes clockwise. That is right. Left movement goes left once. That is also anti-clockwise. That is the opposite of it. Anti-clockwise. The left movement goes anti-clockwise, the right movement goes clockwise. So we are going to do that forever, and we are also going to use another movement here that is going to be the top movement. Always we're going to be moving it either clockwise or anti-clockwise, so either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Only those 4 movements. the movement are, we are going to have either clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Whether it's on left, it's either clockwise, it's either anti-clockwise, clockwise, or anti-clockwise, clockwise. That is if we are moving from the left. So let's just do this in action and see what it really does for us. So the 4 movements are very simple. It's either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So when we say the right movement, complete movement, it has to go 4 times. So right, up, right, down. Always. As you can see, my edge is still in the same position, right? So always, that is the movement that's going to happen while you're holding your Rubik. It's always going to be that. So let's just try to use that movement to solve this corner here. You see this corner here, it's not the same color as we want it to be white. So let's just try and solve that one. The algorithm to solve that one is you make sure the corner is equal to center. Corner equals to center. Corner equals to center. Then you solve the corner piece that is missing. Corner equals to center, then solve the corner piece that is missing. Now you've make sure you've turned your Rubik that the white color is now facing the bottom. The white color should be at the bottom. Now match your yellow, not yellow, your corner piece solving should be equal to the center piece solving, and the color here must be white. So on your right you must have a white color, then on your facing you must have your center color equals to corner color. Center color equals to corner color, and on your right you must have a white piece. Or if you're going to be using on your left, it should be the same thing. The same algorithm should apply. The same algorithm should apply. Centers and corners must be the same, then here must be white if it's on the right. If it's on the left, here must be white on the left side. So let's try and see. I'm gonna make sure we find a yellow piece to move on the a white color on the left. This color should always be here. For example, if it's on the left, you can see it's on the left but on the wrong side, so we don't need it. If maybe you can see this one, it's on the right, yes, but on the wrong movement, so it should be always this piece you're watching is the piece you're solving, and it's the first piece you're watching. We are watching the red color, it has the white piece, and we want to put it down here. This one should never bother you. Whatever color this one will be having, it shouldn't be your cause to concern. So just be solving what is easy to solve. Forget about this color. Whatever the color will be here, that should not bother you. So I said the Rubik has 4 movements. So let's get back to our solving of this corner here. So let us do with the algorithm to it was to be said like you moving right, up, then right prime, then up prime. But you find like saying right up, right prime, up prime is going to give you headache. So I'm going to replace all those using a number system. So like when I say right, we're going to use 1. So in the place of right, we use 1. In the place of up, we use 2. In the place of up right prime, we use 3. In the place of up prime, we use 4. So our Rubik is going to be solved always in 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. I said right movement, that is right clockwise movement 1, then up clockwise movement 2, right prime or right anti-clockwise movement 3, then up prime or up anti-clockwise movement is number 4. While on the left side is going to be changing a little bit. Number 2 and number 4 will shift positions. Number 2 and number 4 will shift positions because they are going to be going in their version that is needed, that is still the anti-clockwise, because of the anti-clockwise in the first step, then finishing in the clockwise positions is what's going to change on the left movement. So we solved our white piece here, and you can see that my centers that I'm watching, they're similar. So let's try and solve this corner piece here if we can. Let's just go for this one that is almost at the same place. As you can see, this one is already aligned, so we said 1 2 3 4. The Rubik is solved. As simple as that. If you just have the numbers 1 2 3 4. Remember, as you've seen the way my finger was here, I have not moved it. My face was blue and I was there. Make sure you don't move your hands while solving. Whenever you start performing an algorithm that is the 1 2 3 4, don't move your fingers. Position them in the very best place. So let's check and see, because we are supposed to having something on this facing, we don't have any. We are supposed to have something on this facing, which we have on the bottom, and it's not on the top. So what do? This one can help us perform a left movement. So I could have solved it using the right movement. Let's perform it using the left movement so that we can also understand how the left movement moves. So we're gonna have to say 1, 2, 3, 4. It has not solved our piece here, yes, but it has placed what we want, a left piece. A left piece. If you check these 2 cubes here, they never moved. They never moved. I mean, they never moved because I was holding them in the very best position because I was performing an algorithm. So let's try and find that. We have to find our watching colors should be the same. So, and I am here, and you find that this place is the one that we're going to solve. Automatically it just places itself there. Why? It has to place this red color here, then this white color will go at the bottom, then the green color is going to go to the green center. So let's try and solve it using the 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, and lastly 4. So this one is solved. Automatically we are having one that is not solved yet. So you will try to find out, do you have it on the left face? I mean the right face? No. The left face? No. Where is it? On top. Just turn up till when it's in that position. So we are having it here, but it's on top. What do? Should we turn the Rubik this way? If we turn it this way, we are not solving what we want to solve, so it's going to be chaos. What do? The Rubik is solved in an algorithm, and I'm going to repeat this a lot of times. With an algorithm, it's easy to solve. With only 4 movements, we're going to solve this column. So hold your Rubik, don't tense, just go using the right hand now, because we're solving it, it's on our right, or we can move it to be on our left and solve it using our left. Any can do, as long as we maintain our position. So let's try using our right movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it solved yet? No, but it's at the bottom, and at least we have it on our facing. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it solved? No, but we can just do the same thing, repeating it 100 times. Mark my fingers. I'm not moving my facing, I'm not changing it. It was orange and it's still orange. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, our Rubik is solved on the last bottom, the first layer, that is, we can call it the first layer. So with this first layer, you can see that these colors here are all solved. I know you've been trying to do that. Maybe you find like you can solve all the colors. Yes, the white color is solved, but these colors here are not arranged. If that is not the case, then you're not going to solve the Rubik and finish it. So in the next video, you'll just check on it, because this was the introduction part. You're going to check on that next video where you'll understand how to solve the second layer. I always do it in the same place, and if you can check it on my bio, you'll find it, and you can be able to, on the description, you can find the link to the next video, or you can search it, just solving Rubik second layer, Vray. That will be the easiest way to find out. Just type Vray solving Rubik second layer. So let's cut this here, and I can say you can give a thumbs up if the video was cool to you, because you've learned the 1, 2, 3 algorithm, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is. You can give it a thumbs down in case you felt like it was too maybe something, and you can subscribe to be notified anytime I have more tricks on how to solve the Rubik. As always, it's your boy Vray, the Rubik Master.